So quick recap of the market action this week. Certainly we are getting rather mixed performance cutting across equity bourses, and this is due to the fact that we really have little to effectively change the sentiment within the market despite the packed week. We did have the market focus upon the naming of the next Fed chair, and that itself had been Governor Jerome Powell, pretty much what the market was expecting, and in addition to that, the tax plan itself yielded little responses. But nevertheless, we do find Asian equity markets showing rather resilience over there, topping with a fresh 10-year high in the Thursday session. Of the central bank meetings where we had the Fed, the Bank of Japan, and also Bank of England, the last Bank of England certainly have been one to go on the dovish end and affect a change for the sterling. So for the week ahead, what are some of the key items that we are looking out for the full suite of events? Once again, head on to the IG economic calendar, but I am just going to highlight some of these key items. So after the packed week we have had, it's expected to really slow down a notch in the coming week. President Donald Trump will be visiting Asia in the week ahead, and that itself could be something interesting nevertheless, given how he will be speaking during Asian hours and visiting the head of states from the likes of China, Japan, and also South Korea. Some of his comments, especially on the business end, may actually affect some changes, but overall for the equity market, arguably may not be one to significantly affect any changes. Some of the concerns could also be paid to how he might address issues regarding North Korea, and those safe haven assets may find this one to really watch for. And but that, having said that, besides that item itself for the US equity market calendar, we are finding a rather light week. Friday's University of Michigan sentiment will probably be the most interesting one to look out for on consumer sentiment. The number is currently expected to slow slightly to about 100, and should we get any surprise on the upside, to look for further rally in the dollar. But otherwise for the market, we do have some more monetary policy items, and that includes the Reserve Bank of Australia meeting on Tuesday. In line with what we are seeing in the Fed and also the Bank of Japan, there's no change expected for this November meeting, especially given that inflation remains a hurdle. But nevertheless, some of these inflationary pressures may come in and actually see some changes into 2018. Bank of Japan's summary of opinions for their October meeting will be released in this upcoming week. Not too much changes over there. Still expecting them to keep on to their ultra loose monetary policy at least until next year. And last but not least, I think what could really capture the market's attention may actually be the data here in Asia, and we have China's trade balance for October being due in the week on Wednesday. So we've seen PMI numbers moderate slightly, especially given the kind of regulatory environmental concerns around the 19th National Party Congress. So how that may actually create that impact upon trade will be one to look out for. The market is currently expecting a slight moderation, but a significant dip could still be one to warrant concern. And of course, for PPI, the Producer Price Index in China, that will be one to look out for on how telling the impact had been. So certainly keep a close eye out for these items mentioned.